The sky was once the exclusive realm of birds, but in a blink of history, humanity claimed it with machines of metal and fire. Our conquest of the air is a triumph, but it has come at a steep price. The history of aviation is marked by tragedy, catastrophic failures that have cost countless lives. Today, we revisit the 10 deadliest aviation accidents, not to dwell on loss, but to understand how each disaster shaped the safety of modern flight. By dissecting these events, we honor those lost and recognize the hard-won progress that keeps us safe in the skies. Let us begin our countdown. In 2002, China Airlines Flight 611, a Boeing 747, vanished over the Taiwan Strait, disintegrating mid-air and killing all 225 on board. The cause? A hidden flaw from a tail strike 22 years earlier, improperly repaired with a shortcut patch instead of Boeing's specified fix. Over decades, a tiny crack grew, invisible but deadly, until the fuselage finally tore open at altitude. The aircraft broke apart in seconds. This tragedy was a stark reminder. Even minor damage demands meticulous, by-the-book repairs. The disaster led to stricter maintenance protocols and inspections, ensuring that no hidden wound could threaten so many lives again. Every flight today is safer because of the lessons learned from Flight 611's silent, growing crack. A single shortcut can echo for decades. In 2009, Air France Flight 447 disappeared over the Atlantic, taking 228 lives. The Airbus A330 flew into a storm, where ice crystals blocked its pitot tubes, blinding the plane's airspeed sensors. Autopilot disengaged, leaving the pilots to fly manually at night in turbulence with confusing alarms. Disoriented, the pilot pulled the nose up, stalling the aircraft, yet the crew never realized they were in a stall. For over 4 minutes the plane fell from the sky. The tragedy exposed gaps in training for high-altitude emergencies and the dangers of over-reliance on automation. In response, pilot training worldwide was overhauled, emphasizing manual flying and stall recovery. Aircraft systems were redesigned for clearer warnings. Flight 447's loss forced aviation to bridge the gap between human and machine, making the skies safer for all. Even the most advanced technology is only as strong as its human operators. In 1988, Iran Air Flight 655, a civilian Airbus, was shot down by the USS Vincennes over the Persian Gulf, killing 290 people. The airliner was mistaken for a hostile fighter jet due to a series of human and technical errors amid the chaos of war. Miscommunication, stress, and flawed identification systems led to a fatal decision. The aftermath sparked global outrage and forced a re-evaluation of military and civilian airspace procedures. New protocols and technologies like TCS were implemented to prevent such tragedies. The incident remains a sobering lesson in the dangers of miscommunication and the fog of war. Civilian lives depend on clarity and caution even in conflict zones. One error can have irreversible consequences. In 1979, American Airlines Flight 191, a DC-10, crashed moments after takeoff from Chicago, killing all 271 on board and 2 on the ground. The left engine tore away, damaging hydraulic lines and causing the wing slats to retract, fatally compromising lift. The pilots, unaware of the full extent of the damage, followed standard procedures. Unfortunately, the aircraft was doomed. Investigation revealed that improper maintenance, removing the engine and pylon together with a forklift, had caused a hidden crack. The disaster led to the grounding of the DC-10 fleet and sweeping changes in maintenance oversight. It was a harsh lesson. Shortcuts in maintenance can have catastrophic results. Today's rigorous procedures and inspections are a direct legacy of Flight 191. Safety is built on the discipline of every detail. The smallest oversight can bring down a giant. In 1985, Air India Flight 182 exploded over the Atlantic, killing all 329 aboard. A bomb, hidden in checked luggage by Sikh extremists, destroyed the Boeing 747 without warning. The attack exposed critical flaws in airport security, especially regarding unaccompanied baggage. In response, global security protocols were transformed. Passengers and their luggage must now travel together, and baggage screening became mandatory. The tragedy marked a turning point, making terrorism a central concern for aviation. Every security measure at airports today is a legacy of Flight 182's loss. The cost of complacency is measured in lives. Vigilance became the new standard. In 1980, Saudi Flight 163 caught fire shortly after takeoff from Riyadh. The crew returned and landed safely, but delayed evacuation proved fatal. All 301 people on board died from smoke and fire, trapped inside the aircraft on the ground. The investigation found that the fire had burned through control cables, and the crew's hesitation to evacuate cost precious time. This disaster led to major changes: fire-resistant materials, improved detection and suppression systems, and new training emphasizing immediate evacuation. The lesson was clear: survival depends on swift, decisive action. Even after landing, danger can be greatest. Every second counts in an emergency. The legacy of Flight 163 is written in every crew drill and cabin design. Delay can be deadly. In 1974, Turkish Airlines Flight 981, a DC-10, crashed near Paris, killing all 346 on board. A cargo door blew out due to a design flaw, causing the cabin floor to collapse and severing control cables. The pilots lost all control, and the aircraft plunged into the forest below. Investigators found that the door could appear locked even when it wasn't, a flaw known from a previous incident, but not properly fixed. The crash forced an immediate redesign of the DC-10's cargo doors and stricter airworthiness directives. It was a brutal reminder: known flaws must be addressed, not ignored. Today, every aircraft system is scrutinized for such vulnerabilities. Safety is proactive, not reactive. Flight 981's loss made the industry confront its blind spots. In 1996, two jets collided near Charki Dadri, India, killing 349 people, the deadliest mid-air collision in history. Outdated radar, language barriers, and miscommunication led to the disaster. The Kazakh crew descended below their assigned altitude directly into the path of a Saudi 747. The collision shattered both aircraft in seconds. The tragedy exposed the dangers of crowded skies and inadequate technology. It led to the global mandate for TCAS, allowing planes to warn each other independently of ground control. Today, TCAS is a silent guardian in every cockpit. The sky is safer because of the lessons learned from Charki Dadri. Communication and technology must evolve with the traffic they serve. In 1985, Japan Airlines Flight 123 suffered catastrophic failure of its rear pressure bulkhead, losing all hydraulic control. The pilot struggled for 32 minutes to control the crippled 747 using only engine thrust. The aircraft eventually crashed into a mountain, killing 520 of 524 on board, the deadliest single aircraft accident ever. The cause, a faulty repair years earlier, which allowed a crack to grow until the bulkhead failed. The disaster revolutionized maintenance standards and inspection protocols worldwide. It showed that even the most skilled crew cannot overcome hidden structural flaws. Every inspection today is shaped by the lessons of Flight 123. The agony of those final minutes was not in vain. Maintenance is the foundation of safety. The smallest error can have the gravest consequences. March 27, 1977, Tenerife, Canary Islands. Two fully loaded 747s collided on a foggy runway, killing 583 people, the deadliest accident in aviation history. A bomb threat had diverted flights, crowding the small airport. Thick fog, lack of ground radar, and garbled radio transmissions set the stage for disaster. The KLM captain, believing he was cleared for takeoff, accelerated down the runway, unaware the Pan Am jet was still taxiing ahead. The collision and resulting fire were catastrophic. The investigation revealed a chain of miscommunications, stress, and procedural lapses. The disaster led to a complete overhaul of cockpit communication, standardized phraseology, mandatory readbacks, and crew resource management, empowering all crew to challenge decisions. Today, clear communication and cross-checking are non-negotiable in every cockpit. Tenerife's legacy is a culture of safety built on teamwork and clarity. The deadliest accident became the catalyst for the safest era in aviation. Every flight crew now speaks the same language, born from tragedy. The fog of Tenerife cleared the way for a new standard. Safety is everyone's responsibility. Each disaster we've explored left a scar and a lesson on aviation's history. From maintenance protocols to cockpit communication, every rule and system was forged in the aftermath of tragedy. The safety we enjoy today is built on the sacrifices of those lost. Modern air travel is the safest it's ever been, precisely because we learned from our darkest moments. The legacy of these flights lives on in every takeoff and landing. We honor the past by refusing to repeat it. If you want to learn more about any of these incidents, let us know in the comments. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the lessons written in the sky.